Embarking on our journey in the heart of Galilee, specifically in the city of Capernaum, renowned in biblical scriptures as Yairo Shel Yeshua, the city of Jesus, raises a fascinating question: what grants Capernaum this distinguished title? Join us as we explore the historical depths to unravel the reasons behind Capernaum's significance. Known in Hebrew as Kfar Nahum, translating to the village of Nahum, Capernaum became a pivotal location in Jesus' life at the age of 30, as recounted in Matthew 4:13, and leaving Nazareth, he went to live in Capernaum, situated by the sea, in the boundaries of Zebulun and Naphtali. Why does Capernaum rightfully earn the title, City of Jesus? Despite Jesus residing here for just 3 years, these crucial years marked the zenith of his ministry and public life. Capernaum, therefore, becomes a fitting appellation. Focusing on a central facet of Capernaum, the remnants of Peter's house, where miracles unfolded, adds a layer of intrigue. Luke 4:38 and 39, recounts one such miracle, demonstrating Jesus' healing powers. The illustration offers a glimpse into Peter's house, portraying a stark contrast to the archaeological remains visible today. What transpired next? Let's delve deeper into this narrative. In the early centuries, Christianity faced persecution under the Roman Empire, prohibiting the construction of churches. In response, the early Christians established the Domus Ecclesia, a secret church. Subsequent periods saw the construction of a Byzantine church, a marvel with an octagonal structure. This church, standing on pillars, ingeniously preserves archaeological remains beneath its glass floor, offering visitors a unique perspective. Ascending through time, we witness the convergence of diverse communities in Capernaum, exemplified by the coexistence of Jews and Christians. A colossal synagogue, built atop the remains of an earlier structure, showcases the city's layers of history. The dismantling of this synagogue remains shrouded in mystery, leaving us to ponder whether it was for expansion or due to deteriorating conditions. The narrative extends to Beit Shemesh, where the Ark of the Covenant, treated without due respect, led to a plague. Similarly, the Philistines faced consequences for their mishandling of the Arkansas. In both cases, a journey unfolds, with the Ark finding its place in Jerusalem, emphasizing the enduring symbolism of the temple. Continuing our journey through Capernaum, we encounter biblical passages, including the healing of the paralytic, the hometown of the Apostle Matthew, and a vibrant fishing town at the heart of Jesus' ministry. The Sea of Galilee, a vast freshwater lake, serves as a timeless witness to the events that unfolded in this sacred space. As we conclude our exploration, consider subscribing to our channel for more captivating stories, allowing you to immerse yourself in the rich tapestry of history and biblical significance. Today, we find ourselves in Galilee, more precisely in the city of Capernaum, a place also recognized in the Bible as Yairo Shel Yeshua, the city of Jesus. Ever wondered why Capernaum holds this designation? Let's delve into the reasons as we embark on our exploration. Capernaum, known in Hebrew as Kfar Nahum, translates to the village of Nahum. While Jesus was born in Bethlehem and spent a significant part of his life in Nazareth, it was only at the age of 30 that he relocated to Capernaum, as documented in Matthew 4:13, and leaving Nazareth, he went to live in Capernaum, situated by the sea, in the boundaries of Zebulun and Naphtali. But why is Capernaum rightfully called the city of Jesus? Despite his relatively short 3-year residency here, it was during this period that Jesus experienced some of the most pivotal moments in his life, the years of his ministry and public life. Hence, the title befittingly bestows upon Capernaum. As we now focus on the most significant aspect of Capernaum, the remnants of Peter's house, where Jesus resided and lived, we encounter a site where one of Jesus' miracles unfolded. In Luke 4:38 and 39, it is recorded, after leaving the synagogue that day, Jesus went to Simon's house, where he found his mother-in-law very sick, with a high fever. When those present pleaded for her, Jesus placed himself next to the bed and rebuked the fever, which left her. She got up immediately and began to serve them. The illustration provides a glimpse of what Peter's house might have looked like, differing notably from the archaeological remains visible here. What transpired next? Let's uncover more details. In the initial centuries, Christianity faced prohibition and persecution under the Roman Empire. Consequently, the construction of churches was forbidden. What did the early Christians do in response? They established the Domus Ecclesia, known as the secret church. This location would later house a covert church when Christianity was eventually permitted in the Holy Land. A church was built during the Byzantine period, exemplified by the octagonal structure we observe with its 8 sides. This church underwent subsequent destruction and reconstruction. The latest version, situated atop pillars, ingeniously preserves archaeological remains without obscuring them. Notably, the church's floor is made of glass, allowing visitors to ascend and observe the underlying excavations. As we ascend, it's fascinating to witness a group of ladies, Arabs, Israelis, and Christians, accompanied by a nun, engaging in a visit to the church. Let's navigate around to avoid disrupting their activities. Upon reaching the glass section, we'll gain a unique perspective, observing the excavations from above. The archaeological explorations of Capernaum commenced in 1838, nearly 2 centuries ago. I'll share photos from the pre-construction period of this church. They reveal the Byzantine octagonal church distinctly, alongside seemingly random walls that denote the oldest remnants, traces of the Domus Ecclesia, the secret church, and the House of Peter. The church we are currently strolling through was erected in 1990, making it exceedingly modern by Israeli standards. Presently, Capernaum stands as an archaeological park, but 2 millennia in the past, it was a significant city in Galilee. Among its residents was Peter, alongside a bustling community, and we catch a glimpse of some of the city's remnants behind me. These black stones represent the houses of Capernaum from the Roman period, precisely during Jesus' time. An intriguing aspect is the uniform black hue of all the building stones. Why? This proximity to the Golan Heights, which were once active volcanoes. The entire region was blanketed in lava long ago, resulting in the use of basalt stones for construction, formed by the solidification of magma. As we traverse Capernaum, a peculiar structure catches our eye, a white building distinct from the customary black stone constructions. This imposing edifice turns out to be a synagogue, or more precisely, 2 synagogues, one constructed atop the other. The lower portion, composed of black stones like the rest of the city, represents the base of the synagogue from the time of Jesus. It's noteworthy that Jesus, too, frequented synagogues, including this one. However, the story takes an unexpected turn as we learn that the inhabitants of Capernaum chose to dismantle this synagogue. The reasons behind this decision remain uncertain, whether it was for expansion or due to the structure's deteriorating condition. Rewrite this text with other words without changing the meaning, but they dismantled and rebuilt a synagogue. Colossal on top, which are these white stones that we are seeing? The question is, when was this reform carried out? Let's go together now, go in and see her. So when is this part of the synagogue from? And how? Can archaeologists discover this? They take and lift the columns. So here they raised the columns and the floor from the synagogue and saw what was underneath. And they found coins, archaeological remains, and managed to date this synagogue from 5th century. It's a synagogue. Byzantine, built above the synagogue. From the time of Jesus. In the times of Jesus, the temple in Jerusalem still existed, and it was the heart of all the people of Israel. That's where the priests were, that's where sacrifices were made, that's where they went on the 3 great annual pilgrimages. So why was a synagogue needed? She was a community center. The center of the local community, where taught and studied scriptures, where meetings were held. And that's why we know that Jesus also attended synagogues. Among them, to teach the word. And hear the passage of Lucas 4:33-35. And there was a man in the synagogue who had the spirit of an unclean demon. and exclaimed with a loud voice, saying, "Oh, what? Do we have Jesus of Nazareth with you? You came to destroy us? I know who you are, the Holy One of God." And Jesus rebuked him, saying, "Shut up, and get out of it." And the devil, casting him to the ground among the people, came out of him without harming him. We are walking in the remains of a Byzantine synagogue. But if we look here through the door, people see the church, and underneath it there are remains of the Byzantine church. This means that Capernaum was an example of coexistence. A city where Jews and Christians lived side by side. And this colossal synagogue will end up being destroyed along with all the city of Capernaum. When a big earthquake happens here, already. That the synagogue was made of stone. Stones do not disappear. Certainly, they will collapse and crumble. During the preparation of this archaeological park, the stones from the ruins are carefully removed and scattered around the area. What we observe behind me now constitutes remnants of the synagogue facade, featuring intriguing symbols. Notably, the menorah, the temple candelabrum from Jerusalem, is present among them. It's crucial to distinguish between the synagogue and the temple, even though the latter had already been destroyed by the time this synagogue was constructed. The memory of the temple persists, reflected in the symbols incorporated into the synagogue's design. Examining the synagogue's facade, we identify symbols such as the menorah and two smaller ones flanking it, one resembling a Nike symbol, which is, in fact, a shofar, a trumpet fashioned from a horn, and the other resembling a spade. This spade symbolizes the shovel used to clear ashes from the Temple of Jerusalem, while its additional symbol remains a puzzle for you to decipher. Moving on to a peculiar structure on wheels, it symbolizes the Temple of Jerusalem, more specifically, the Ark of the Covenant. Although the Ark itself did not possess wheels, this depiction illustrates a significant event. It represents the aftermath of the Philistines stealing the Ark of the Covenant, taking it to the coastal city of Ashdod, resulting in a devastating plague. Realizing their mistake, the Philistines placed the Ark of the Covenant on wheels, harnessed to animals, and dispatched it to a nearby Jewish town. In Beit Shemesh, the residents, despite being Jews, do not treat the Ark of the Covenant with due respect, leading to a plague affecting them. Consequently, they decide to send the Ark ahead to the city of Kiryat Yearim, near Jerusalem. From there, it eventually ascends to Jerusalem, finding its rightful place. It's noteworthy that, among the various biblical stories they could have chosen to represent, the symbols of the temple in Jerusalem are prominently featured, along with the distinct tale of the Ark of the Covenant. Now, let's continue our tour. Capernaum, a city with many biblical connections, witnessed events like the healing of the paralytic. The houses in the city, constructed with stone walls and wooden clay roofs, played a role in such events, as demonstrated by the ingenious lowering of the paralyzed man through the roof during a meal. Capernaum is also the hometown of the Apostle Matthew. Founded over 2,000 years ago, this fishing town served as the focal point for Jesus' ministry, witnessing numerous miracles in the northern area of the Sea of Galilee. The region encompasses significant biblical sites, including the place of the multiplication of loaves and fish, the primacy of Peter, the Mount of Beatitudes where the Sermon on the Mount was delivered, the city of Magdala, and Jesus crossing the sea to Gadara, where he encounters the demoniac. This compact geographic space near the Sea of Galilee is rich in biblical significance. Moving to the seafront, we understand why Peter chose to reside in Capernaum. As a fisherman, he found a livelihood in the Sea of Galilee, a vast freshwater lake that, to the inhabitants of that era, resembled a sea. Today, the Sea of Galilee remains crucial for Israel, serving as one of the largest sources of drinking water in the country. Take a moment, if you visit Capernaum, to sit by the sea, listen to its soothing sounds, and envision the scenes witnessed during the times of Jesus. As we conclude this captivating journey through time and biblical significance, the remnants of Capernaum stand as a testament to the layers of history embedded in this sacred space. The careful preservation of archaeological treasures, such as the synagogue facade adorned with symbolic menorahs and enigmatic relics, invites us to reflect on the enduring memory of the Temple in Jerusalem. The depiction of the Ark's tumultuous journey, from the Philistines' mishandling to its rightful ascent to Jerusalem through Beit Shemesh, illustrates the profound symbolism ingrained in these biblical narratives. Notably, the symbols of the Temple in Jerusalem, meticulously chosen for representation, add a layer of richness to the storytelling. Continuing our tour, Capernaum unravels a tapestry of biblical connections, each site resonating with the echoes of miracles and teachings. From the healing of the paralytic to the hometown of the Apostle Matthew, this city of stone walls and wooden clay roofs played a pivotal role in the narrative of Jesus' ministry. The Sea of Galilee, a serene backdrop to these events, remains a timeless witness to the profound moments that unfolded in this compact geographic space. Peter's choice to reside in Capernaum, nestled by the shores of this vast freshwater lake, symbolizes the interconnectedness of livelihood and faith. As we bid farewell to Capernaum, I invite you to subscribe to our channel, ensuring you remain connected to the tapestry of beautiful stories that unravel the rich history, spirituality, and cultural significance embedded in each site we explore. Join us on this continuing journey, where the past speaks to the present, and the beauty of these narratives continues to inspire. Subscribe to the channel to continue receiving beautiful stories.